I think Peacock just loves to start this shit late on purpose because they know niggas gonna
Mm-hmm.
react a different way.
Mm-hmm.
Because every year, when they say it's gonna start on a certain time, these niggas always run late with their show. I feel like they just do that shit on purpose and shit. 'Cause that's like literally the only thing they watch on Peacock.
Basically,
Right, because the Olympics are over. There ain't nothing shit to watch for no motherfuckers.
that's for them. There's always shit to watch.
Speaking of the Olympics, this Ray Gun, she pretty much feels some kind of way from all the cyberbullying that she's getting from her dancing and shit. Well, lack of dancing. It's funny how they're gonna call her Ray Gun. Oh, she's saying she could actually dance and shit. I'm just like, okay. What's up, Sam? Are you back from Italy and shit? But yeah, man. What else is going on? I think Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars got a new song coming out. I'm like, Lady
Oh
Gaga's
yeah,
actually doing music. Yeah.
Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars. Huh? Is that for the movie or no?
I don't know. I just saw that they were coming out with a new song.
Okay.
It's been a while since Lady Gaga actually does some new music.
Yeah.
It's been a while since Bruno done some music too.
You've been laying low, sniffing coke,
He's been in Vegas and shit.
right?
Q asked me how am I doing. I'm doing okay today, Q. I'm just ready for Friday to start. This whole week has been a trip.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Chilling.
True. Yeah, man. We about to be in fall time and shit like that. We about to have an election coming up. Just finished up some projects I'm working on too. So I feel like this year's just going by really fast and crap.
Yep.
I can't keep up. I just need a break. What's good, Mike?
Make what up?
Yeah, I'm gonna start in about 5 more minutes. Mm. Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Yeah. I look better than Dilla, so I don't. I couldn't possibly remind you of Dilla. Get your eyes straight.
MFDZ.
Some fucking lurking ass nigga. Niggas ain't got nothing better else to do with their fucking lives. I feel sorry for you all.
What's up, Ray Sean? I was about to say Ray Gun for a minute. Let me stop. Man, Mike, my week's all over the place. It's alright. Shout out to Ashley who just hit me up. What's up, Ash?
I don't even know who the fuck you is, B. Like you coming on here talking about Dilla. At least subscribe to the nigga channel when you gonna come on here and talk shit.
People always just say you look like him, so I don't know. I don't
I
know
look like
you.
nobody. I look like Triborough. That's what I look like. And I sound like myself. I don't look like nobody.
So Usher postponed some shows because he hurt his neck while rehearsing.
He hurt his neck.
Yeah,
How you do that?
that's a good question. That's a good question. First, Fuji's canceling tours. Now Usher canceling tours and shit.
Right, right.
I'm trying to see Mariah Carey this year. I'm not trying to even get no cancellation on nobody. I'm trying to see Rhapsody too. She's coming to Raleigh.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right, let's start this shit. I'm ready whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, YouTube? My name is Reg. Thank y'all so much for coming to the channel. I got my homeboy Try and Barrel with me. How you doing, Try?
Chilling. I look like myself and I sound like myself. Thank you.
All right. So we gotta do an album anniversary today. So on this day in 1995, BG Knockout and Dresta came out with their first and only studio album, Real Brothers. Um, I think I had this album on cassette. I can't find it at the moment, so F it. So this album came out 1995 on Outburst Records. It was not released on Ruthless. A lot of people think this album was released on Ruthless Records. No, it was not. Just want to clear that out there right now. So for those who don't know who BJ Knockout and Dressed are, they are like a rap duo who got their first start collaborating with Easy E on the diss track Real Motherfucking G's, which was aimed at Death Row Records. Pretty classic diss track right there in my opinion. So they were definitely like writing for Easy E, like in his final days of his life and everything like that too. And so pretty much, they got caught up in that death row beef and everything like that too, because you guys know they were the ones who actually got into the fight with like Nate Dogg and the Dog Pound in the Montel Jordan video for something for the
Something for the
Honeys,
homies. Yeah,
the whole golf cart fight, which that's actually on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? Which is
yeah,
interesting as hell. Yeah,
yeah.
that was when Method Man was like, I love this game and shit, funny ass shit. And yeah, man. So they came out with the Real Brothers album, and pretty much, it was like G Funk, gangster rap kind of shit. This was known for songs like 50/50 Love, which I love that record. Compton and Watts. Of course, the Death Row diss track DPG Killer. You know what I'm saying? Very underrated diss track, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Originally, Easy E was supposed to have been there, but of course, he passed away from AIDS, before this album came out and shit like that, too. You know what I'm saying? Compton Ho, that was pretty dope and shit. So, yeah, man, this whole album, in my personal opinion, was very underrated. I would call it like a West Coast classic, if you ask me. Fortunately, this is like the only album that they came out with. I know that BG, he actually got convicted of attempted murder, and he served like 10 years in prison and stuff like that too in '98. And of course, Dresta, he still does his thing too. You know what I'm saying? So, do you have anything you want to say about this album? You heard this album?
Nope.
Oh, you never heard? Okay, cool. But yeah, this one's a pretty dope one. Of course, it's out of print. I know they re-released it like on the 20th anniversary, but I feel like that version's out of print too. So if you guys can find any of those albums, must have in your collection. All right, so today we're also gonna do a double review on. We're gonna get back to our Odd Future bag. We're gonna go with Tyler the Creator. We're gonna talk about the first mixtape. Some people gonna call his debut album. I call it his mixtape, The Bastard. And we also gonna talk about his officially first album, Goblin, and stuff like that too. So I'm gonna pull up the album cover for Bastard. So this mixtape came out Christmas of 2009 and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? It was produced by Tyler the Creator, of course. Guest appearances include Casey Veggies, Haji Beats, Domo Genesis, Earl Sweatshirt, Brandon Deshay, Mike G, excuse me, Jasper Dolphin, and Taco. All right. So yeah, man. So this one came out like a year after the whole Odd Future Volume One mixtape, which some songs actually appeared on that mixtape, which I'll get through that when we get through that and stuff like that too. And so he actually used like FL Studio to make the production, which is what I use too. You know what I'm saying? So, and he wrote like a lot of these songs between '07 and '09. You know what I'm saying? And so it pretty much the whole concept of Bastard is like him talking to this doctor named Dr. TC, who was like his therapist and everything like that too. And yeah, man, it definitely takes a lot of influence from like other albums at that time or projects at that time too. One of the interesting influences he said in a recent interview, he said he was influenced by Eminem's Relapse album that came out that year too. You know what I'm saying? When he was working on this project, that was one of his influences. Especially also the Clips Hell Hath No Fury album, which that's actually my favorite Clips album.
Really?
Yeah, I always told you that's my favorite Clips
Wow.
album.
Even though you think the Neptunes do cafeteria beats.
Well, they were doing cafeteria beats. They were doing drug beats at that time and shit, like drug beats and shit.
Yeah.
So they actually stepped their game up. They weren't doing that cafeteria bullshit. But yeah, um, so he was working on this project right here, and it was also around this time too, which I'm gonna get. Actually, I'm gonna get more into that when we talk about the Goblin and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? But he actually released this mixtape for free on his Tumblr page and stuff like that. Is Tumblr still even still around and stuff?
Yep. It's still around.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I never used it, so all right. So this is the album cover right here, which album cover has all these ugly ass white kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. So this was pretty cool album cover. All right. So this album has 15 tracks, and we're gonna get started with like the first song called "Bastard." You know what I'm saying? This was a nice way to kick off the album or kick off the mixtape and stuff like that too. It has a very chill beat and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Just an introduction to his personality, how he goes back and forth talking to the Dr. TC dude. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this just whole sets the whole tone of the whole fucking project and everything like that too. So I love this record.
And he's talking to the devil on here.
Yeah,
He had like a conversation with the devil, and that shit was like real eerie, and he ain't had no beat. He just rapping, and I think it was a great intro. And he said,
right.
first of all, like when the track starts off, he called out, two dope boys and now right. Those were like blogs back in the 2000s,
Yes.
and the devil is telling them, you want to have a talk with him, is you need to open up, Tyler. And he's saying, I'm tall, dark, skinny, my ears are big as fuck. Drunk white girls are the only way I'll get my dick sucked. Suspended from school, coolest nigga without effort. Easy to spot like black bitches with fake leopard. Loved his verse. Thought the intro was just dope, man. It's just different.
Yeah, very different and everything. Now let me ask you this:
Uh-huh.
if you listen to this intro, does it gives you Red Man's Dare as a Dark Side vibes and stuff?
Here you go. Here you go. I think it was better than Dare Seduction.
Oh my
It was
god!
better.
You know,
Well, at least for that intro it did. For that intro, because the There's a Dark Side was like completely dark. You know what I mean?
right?
Like the way that this song, him talking to the devil, and yeah, it had like some eerie sounds on this album. I don't get the There's a Dark Side vibes. I don't even get relapse vibes from this.
Me neither.
You know, and Relapse was a solid album. You know, his one of M's latter good albums.
Yeah, that album gets so overhated and shit. I actually fuck with that album a lot
You
more
did a
than I
review
did.
on that, right?
Yeah, yeah, we did a whole review on it. All right. So next song we're going to talk about, ugh, can you talk? Is track number 27. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much when it comes to this track right here is he took like a subtle shot at Brandon Deshay, who promotes this thing called 7777 and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I think they had some issues with some bullshit. I don't know the whole story with that. That's what I looked up, but this one right here was not a bad track. I actually like the song. Love the beat to this track right here. You know what I'm saying? So not bad.
This is fire. Definitely had like a monotone beat for it. You know, you had Tyler saying, "Guess I got to do a fucking song with Dom Kennedy. Get these fucking hip hop bloggers to start feeling me. Maybe I should buy some hundreds with some fucking skinny jeans and follow in their footsteps like a motherfucking millipede." Love the joint. So he was taking shots at the hip hop blogs,
Yeah.
back then, and you know they wasn't feeling him, and they thought he was whack, and this is like his answer to them.
Yeah, we all been there and shit. All right. We already talked about our toddlers last week, so we're just gonna jump into French featuring Haji beats.
Why they put our toddlers on the Out Feature mixtape?
Because that's like you know how some artists back in the day they'll drop new songs and they'll debut on the mixtapes or on EPs just like as a
Right.
teaser and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So no different. You know what I'm saying? Like hell, this was around the time when niggas was still leaking shit too. So
Yeah.
all right, then we're gonna go into the next track. Shout out to my homeboy Mark Nash who just liked this video. Um, shout out. We're gonna do the song called French featuring Haji Beats. Very, it's like one of my favorite tracks on this album. Very sick beat. Him and Haji, man. Haji Beats was the problem and
Oh yeah.
everything like that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Mark was good.
Just throwing dirty double entendres and shit. I love the line when he says, Tyler says, "Yo, I'm 17, already sniffing blow. I tell my friends it's asthma every time I start to itch my throat. I got a new show for MTV, Pimp My Boat, because some bitch said my semen was dirty, that silly hoe." Yeah, man. I'm gonna be real with you guys. If you guys are listening to these early Tyler project and you guys are expecting like Flower Boy and Igor, you
Yeah.
might be disappointed. That's all I'm going to
I
say.
actually like this. I like this era of Tyler though.
Same.
Before he started experimenting like musically, when he was just like rapping,
Right.
you
Like
know.
honestly, I like all eras of Tyler the Creator. To be real with you, but it's something about like that era between Bastard and Wolf and stuff
Yeah.
like that. That
Yeah.
was the era because I didn't like the Cherry Bomb album after Wolf. I never liked that album.
And you bought it.
No. I did
You
not
don't
buy
have that
that
one.
one.
You don't have that one.
No. Nope.
What's the Tyler album that you showed on the collection vid?
I got Flower Boy. I got Wolf. I think there's another Tyler album I got, but yeah, I just got Flower Boy and Wolf.
Okay.
Yeah,
You showed one of them on the collection vid.
yeah. I almost got Goblin at one point, but it was a bit too expensive for my taste.
Yeah. This was dope. Definitely enjoyed this. Tyler killed it lyrically. He said, "I'm a fucking Goldilocks up in the forest. I'm fucking Goldilocks up in the forest in the three-bear house, eating their motherfucking porridge. I tell her it's my house. Give her a tour in my basement and keep that bitch locked up in the storage. Rape her and record it, then edit it with more shit." There's a lot of rape. Uh, there's a lot of rape references going on in this album.
Yeah, because this was the shock Tyler,
Yeah,
which we'll talk more about that when we get to the Goblin album and shit. But yeah, cancel culture would not like this one, but hey, fuck it.
too bad. I've heard worse than this. So
All right, track number 5, Blow. Yo, That rhymes. Anyway, this one right here, the beat. Speaking of Flower Boy, it sounds years ahead of its time. It sounds like this shit could have been on Flower Boy, and it would have still slapped and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Just because one thing I liked about the early Tyler sound when he had them really eerie, high pitched synths like that, like that really weird, eerie synths and shit.
Now
And this,
those to me were inspired by the Neptunes because they did that a lot.
here you go, here you go,
They did that a lot.
here you go.
Yeah,
I mean, they might have been, but they weren't the only ones doing shit like that.
well, I mean, for like the 2000s, they were doing that a lot.
That's true. That's true. But you know, you just had to throw in a Neptune in there, did you?
Hey, you already mentioned them, so
But yeah, this one was pretty dope. I like this
it
one.
was dope. He talk about, I believe, I want to say he's talking about raping a girl on here. I tell you, there's a lot of rape stuff going on this album.
It's not funny, but it's just like the way you said. He said, "You believe he's talking about a raping a
Bro,
girl?"
this, come on. Nirvana literally has a song called "Rape Me." Like, hello,
Rape
you know what
me.
I'm saying? I ain't hear nobody complain about that song.
You know, they almost got banned from the VMAs because of that, right?
For
Because
the
they
song,
when they so they were when they were first about to perform the VMAs, they wanted to perform "Rape Me" and stuff like that, but they was like, "Nah, don't perform "Rape Me." So then they performed like 5 seconds of "Rape Me," and then they performed "Lithium" and shit.
and it turned out to be a classic. So
Exactly, and that was a performance where Chris threw his bass in the air and he hit
mhm,
us, busted his ass and shit like that.
right,
But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I don't got nothing about the lyrics and shit like that. 'Cause I'm already know what to expect. But at the same time, you know, these motherfuckers gonna be all like, "Nah, he shouldn't say all that. He
I
shouldn't
don't
say
I
all
don't
that."
think he'll do it now. Like now he's Grammy winning Tyler. I don't think he'll do that stuff now. But this
Like
is
this
before
is
the
a,
Grammy.
exactly. All right, so that was "Blow." We just talked about. All right, next track we got is "Pigs Fly." This one right here was another pretty dope track featuring Domo Genesis and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? We all heard the expression when pigs fly. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? When somebody wants to ask you some outlandish shit, you know. So they always say when pigs fly, when stupid shit happens and stuff too. So this one was pretty dope. Didn't really have anything to say about this.
It was good. It was alright. It's not one of my favorites. It was alright.
Yeah. All right. Next track, Parade. Yo, one of my all-time favorite Tyler songs ever, in my opinion.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
okay.
It has a very trippy beat to it, like a circus kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? And it definitely, it definitely has him just, just rapping and some shit like that. I like how he starts off saying, "Welcome to the euphoria of cocaine without able. I can make music that makes sense, but not mentally stable. 18 with the whole world in front of me. Odd future teenagers, nobody can fuck with we." You know what I'm saying? I
Imagine
mean,
if you could
and
rhyme like that on every track, you would be a superstar right now. And I mean that
shit.
in a good way.
Mm,
I need you to sound like that
shit.
on your songs.
I'm gonna sound like like you said, you look like yourself. I sound like myself. I'm just gonna. Don't get me wrong. That flow was. I like his flow on that one. Don't get me wrong, but
Mhm.
Tyler was like in a different stratosphere, and a lot of rappers was trying to rap like that after Tyler the Creator too. Cough, cough, Hobson, but that's
Okay.
another story for a different day. I never liked that dude. Never liked that fucking dude. But yeah, this is actually my
I
favorite
think
track on
I
this
heard
album.
one album from Hobson, the one he did with Apollo Brown.
Man, he
I
didn't
heard
know
that
that
one.
with Apollo.
Was it? No, not Apollo Brown. There
I was
was
about
one
to say
album that he
Apollo.
did. There was one album he did that I listened to. That's the only time I heard like anything from Hobson.
I was about to say Apollo works with people with talent. Why is he working with Hobson?
Um,
Hey, I'm just being honest. I never Hobson is just one. Hobson is like one of those cats that gives hardcore music a bad name. I'm gonna be real with you, Because around that time when horrorcore was dying, people, I remember the hip hop blog would talk about, oh, Hopsin is like the
Is it
future
dead though? Is it dead?
in the mainstream eyes is dead.
Oh, oh,
Let's just say that. But when Hobson came out, niggas was like, oh, Hobson, he's bringing back that horrorcore sound. So I'm like over here expecting like 3 6 Mafia, Mystic Styles. I'm over here expecting some Brother Lynch Hung kind of shit. This stupid weird motherfucker with these weird eyes and stuff like that. Man. I'm just like, this is just cartoony bullshit. I want to listen to this trash. Man. What the fuck? That's what the late 2000s and early 2010s, man. They had some of the worst motherfuckers. Like they would just give motherfuckers a microphone for anything and shit. They would just give motherfuckers random record deals and shit. And then the hip hop blogs, don't even get me started on them niggas at that time too, because they were hyping all these trashy motherfuckers up and shit. Yeah.
yeah,
So
it was dope.
I just had to say it, man. I just had to say it.
This is cool. This is a nice beat.
Yeah. We already talked about Slow It Down last week.
Yeah. That was on the Odd Future one also.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So now we're gonna get to the best title off this project, Ass Milk, featuring Earl Sweatshirt. Now,
Man.
to many people, this might be one of the first time people heard Earl Sweatshirt and everything like that too. This is probably my second favorite track on this album. It kind of reminds me of Guilty Conscience from Eminem and Dr. Dre. And the reason why I say that is because Earl just comes out with this. First of all, both these motherfuckers in their lyrics are not angels. I'm just gonna say that right now. But Earl is like the more calmer motherfucker, whereas like Tyler is like the more graphic, eerie motherfuckers and shit like that. Like, for example, like they start the first verse with Earl saying, addicts arise when I arrive in this crack, fat, black slab in disguise, fat sack of knives in the passenger's side. Bitch, reach for the door, get your access denied. And then you have Tyler saying, I'm not an asshole, I just don't give a fuck a lot. The only time I do is when a bitch is screaming, Tyler, stop. The big bad wolf to me, you're just a minor fox. Red Riding is getting some of this wolfy otter cop. You know what I'm saying? Just like I always loved when they do shit together and stuff like that too. And it's kind of crazy too, because around this time, this mixtape came out, and before Goblin, that's when Earl Sweatshirt got locked up in that mental institution because like his mom didn't like his lyrics and she thought something was up with him, so they locked him in the mental institution for I think like around 2011. That he didn't come out until like 2012, and that's when he came out with the Doors album. Crazy story though.
Yeah, I remember that. He went to boarding school or something.
No, yeah, it was boarding, not a mental. It was a boarding school. You're right about
Right.
that. Somebody else went to a mental institution.
Definitely a dope. Yeah. Earl did this thing. The beat was fire. It had like that real eerie melody to it. The piano chords. I like Tyler's verse. I like Tyler when he's descriptive and he's real sadistic.
Right.
You said your whole gang will be diminished. Bunch got the Brady's in it. Spit sick shit like my saliva got the rabies in it. Fuck rap. I'll be landlord so I can rape the tenant's daughter. Leave my house with a new stomach and a baby in it. Loved his verse, man. Like you're right. Like anything him and Earl do, it's always been fire.
Facts. Alrighty. That was Ass Milk. Now, VCR/Wheels. Whew. This is another one of those beats that definitely had like a nice vibe to it. It has I can see Currency rapping on this. This has like this is not a mixtape Currency kind of feel to it and shit like that too, which is a classic mixtape right there. You know what I'm saying? I loved how those drums hit when it comes to this song and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he definitely has some ill lines and stuff like that too. Yeah, this one was. I like the line where he says, "A live show is almost equivalent to the screening your dream movie. I'm the clearest copy. Now time for blow. I'm Johnny Depp with the rarest poppy. Snort a little. Now you getting groovy. Cause I'll kill you if I find out you're watching some other movies, bitch." You know what I'm saying? So that was
Press
pretty
my
ill. That
buttons, baby. Press my buttons.
shit.
Yeah, this was fire. This is like one of my favorites on here. The beat, the bass line for it. The strings on it, and then it's like a second beat on it, like towards the end. It's like more slowed, it's more warped, you know.
Definitely. All right. Track number 11, Session, featuring Haji Beats, Brandon Deshay, and Mike G. You know what I'm saying? It's a little odd feature, posse cut, and everything like that. So, it starts off with them like in a rap session, sparking up some weed and stuff like that too. And when you get zoted out and everything, motherfuckers always want to think that they can rap or some bullshit too. Like I've been to like so many of these sessions, right? Because you know how I get down and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I be over here trying to chill because I know I can rhyme and shit. But then there's always one stupid motherfucker that think he can rhyme because he just got some best bud and stuff like that.
You
And then
got
he
some
just be
now.
to guy. And don't get me wrong, I'm down for a session, but if I wanna smoke, I'ma smoke. I'm
Right.
not trying to freestyle because then I'm just trying to relax and shit. Then motherfuckers just be trying to rhyme and shit. Like nigga, you know you can't fucking rhyme and shit. Like come on. But yeah, this one's a pretty dope joint. This one's definitely one of those nostalgic kind of songs right here.
Yeah, the beat was fire. Like the beat,
Yeah,
everybody did their thing on here. They killed it.
yeah, you're right about that. They all killed this shit. I mean, I kind of liked I feel like Tyler had the best verse and stuff like that too.
Tyler was dope.
Sure.
Haji did his thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next track is called Sarah. This one was another pretty cool track. Tyler fall in love with this girl named Sarah and everything like that too. And he pretty much used this girl for sex and just to release his frustration out on other women and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So
And then
I mean,
he hog tied her or some shit. He tied her up.
I feel like this is like a precursor to a certain song on the next album and stuff like that too. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that.
I feel like we need like a horror film for this album. Yeah. Like just having Tyler like kidnap a bitch and put it in his basement and just like hog tie her up and just torture her ass. That's what it felt like on this whole album. You know, the beat was dope, and he said, but all I really want is a kiss on the cheek in private, not public in the streets. And your cupcake I would eat on your toes, cause I got a big fetish with your feet. I just want somebody I can see. You can be a gold digger, you ain't got to love me. Some ill lines he's saying on there. And then like you actually hear the girl on the song, like she's like, it sounded like she was tied up.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, he was sadistic on this shit.
Yeah, he was on some other shit. You right about
Yeah,
that. All right.
if some shit ever comes out about about Tyler, we know where he got it from.
All right. Next track we got is excuse me, Jack and the Beanstalk. Um, I didn't really care for this track too much. I'm gonna be real with you. And I like the lyrics, the rap. I just didn't really care for the beat. In my opinion, I found like the beat was kind of eh.
I like the beat. Tyler saying candies in my pocket. I see you niggas on Easter. Fire.
Respect, respect. All right. Next track is called Tina featuring Jasper Dolphin and Travis Bennett, aka Taco. You know what I'm saying? They're just over here freestyling and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, this one was pretty straight too. Not really one of my favorites, but it's pretty straight.
Yeah, the beat was dope.
Definitely. And the last track on this album is called Inglorious. Um, this one when he gets more personal, talking about his father leaving him and just reflecting back on the title track Bastard and everything like that too. Another one of my favorites off this album and everything. And nice way to end off the album. Kind of ended off with a somber note, in my opinion.
Inglorious Bastards. That was a title of a Quentin Tarantino movie. You know,
I forgot about that
definitely
too. Yeah,
love that film. That was one of my favorites. Um, track was fire. Definitely. Now this reminded me of when Jay did Where Have You Been on the Dynasty album. Reminded me of that.
classic. Ooh,
When they talk, when him and Beans is talking about they deadbeat ass dads, and this is dope.
very dope. All right. So overall, this is a very great mixtape. I would even say it's a classic mixtape to me. This definitely kicked off one of the most controversial and versatile careers in hip hop history. And dare I say, I feel like this album even kind of like broke out the Odd Future. It broke them through, but I feel like the Goblin album broke them out. I'm gonna say that before saying that, but everything on this project was dope. This was his Tyler at his most dirtiest, shock rap and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody was ready for this kind of sound in rap because
Yeah.
at that time niggas were still doing that crank that insert here. Then people were still fucking. This was 2009, so
Mm.
this is like the beginning of the whole Drake period. T Pain was still doing this thing with the auto tune and shit. Wayne was had just dropped that rock album.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
y'all
I
know
like
how
it.
that.
Yeah,
We were supposed to have a review on that album too.
yeah. The longer we hold off on that, the better. Yeah, I'm not in no rush to talk about it.
I feel you. But yeah, man, I'm gonna give this album, this mixtape, a 4.5 out of 5.
I'm giving it the same. I think it's one of his best, projects. The production, really love the eerie, sound to it. The songs, the rhymes by Tyler. I think Tyler, this is one of Tyler's best albums lyrically to me. You know what I'm saying? There is a lot of rape. There's a lot of rape. I don't want to say rape culture. There's a lot of rape content on here. You know, how he didn't get, well, I don't. They wasn't really doing the cancel thing back then, but like if this shit that came out now, they definitely would have did that. You know, that's why I said I don't think he could ever go back to this era of Tyler.
Right.
You got Grammy awards. You got a sneaker deal with was it Lacoste or whatever, with Izod or whatever. Or Ked's one of them, and it's just a different Tyler where he's at now. He's showcasing, being a headliner at Coachella. I don't think he could ever go back to this era of Tyler. But there's a lot of rape content on here, but it did when he mentioned Eminem, it did remind me of Eminem when it came to pushing boundaries and saying whatever he wanted. I don't hear relapse on this album though.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? As far as There's a Dark Side, like the intro with the devil. Now see that would have been a great intro for Redman on that album. That the intro with the devil reminded me like that part you could say was like There's a Dark Side. But this to me is a better album than There's a Dark Side. But I definitely give this 4.5 mics.
Okay. All right. All right. Next joint we're gonna do is Tyler the Creator with his official first album, Goblin. This album came out on May 10th, 2011 on XL Records. You know what I'm saying? Which that's like a British label, a British indie label and stuff. Um, Singles I was known for are Sandwiches, Yonkers, and She. Producers include Left Brain and Tyler the Creator. And guest appearances include Frank Ocean, Haji Beats, Jazz Dolphin, Taco Domogenesis, and Mike G. I want to say this is actually Frank Ocean's first appearance on Wax too, this album. So after the release of the Bastard Project, you know what I'm saying, his name started slowly building up and everything, and so he signed to a British indie label called XL Recordings. You know what I'm saying? I want to say these people they were only known for a lot of hip hop. I think the hip hop that they did have, like they had Rob Bass and Easy Rock there. They had like Ultramagnetic MCs and stuff like that too there too. You know what I'm saying? But they were mostly known for like dance and rock. Like they were known. They had groups like the Prodigy. No, not Prodigy from Mobb Deep. The dance group, the Prodigy, because
You know,
yeah, they had the White Stripes. You know what I'm saying? They came out with albums like White Blood Cells, which
yeah.
we need to talk about the White Stripes on this.
White blood cells, elephant.
Yes,
A lot of great albums in them.
they were more. They were known more than that Seven Nation Army song,
Yeah. Yeah,
which I love,
that seems to be like the casual fan knows that song.
and I love that song. But I've heard that song so many effing times. Like my my first song I've heard from them was Rag and Bone. That was the first song I heard from. That was one of my favorites. But no one was about that. You know what I'm saying? And then yeah, man. But the White
Yeah.
Stripes, they never came out with a bad album. Yeah, we have to show some of that some respect to them. But yeah, man. So after that, they came out with the Yonkers music video, which we're going to talk more about that later on and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, he got more notoriety. He got some controversy and everything like that too. Because when Our Future came out, they had like this like punk rock, this punk kind of feel to them and everything. Especially at the time, people were more trying to be like backpackers. I hate to
Right.
say that term. I hate to say that, but because at the time you had people like Mac Millers, the Drakes, and everything like that too. Which I actually fuck with Mac Miller, but I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really listen to him a lot like that when he was alive. Which that's a fuck up on me, because like I said, nothing against Mac Miller,
Mhm.
nothing because I fuck with Mac Miller, like he's a genius. But I remember when I first heard him, he didn't really sell me like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I feel like, and I don't want to bring race into this. I really don't want to bring race into this. But if it was a black motherfucker with that exact same style, and this is not a shot at Mac Miller. This is not a shot at Mac Miller. He would not have gotten marketed like what a Mac Miller does. You know what I'm saying? But again, I fuck with Mac Miller. You know what I'm saying? I have to hear more of his projects and stuff like that too. I do love his production. His production was very, very, very good and everything like that too. So again, I wish I would have heard more shit from him when he was alive. And I could have like because I'm not one of those fans that automatically gravitate to somebody when they're dead and shit like that too. So that's just my honest thoughts about Mac Miller. But yeah, man. So around this time, and then also too, the South, they were still doing their thing and stuff like that too. Because everybody was trying to rap like they from the South, and then you had the ASAP Rockies coming out, which your favorite rapper
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Trash. Overrated.
Yeah,
Way overrated.
he's now known for Mr. Rihanna and shit.
Yeah. That he will always be known for Mr. Rihanna. If he do nothing else, he'll be always be known for Rihanna's baby daddy.
Right. And so yeah, around this time too, Tyler the Creator was also shipped to that boarding school and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So Tyler was kind of like in a weird position at this time too. You know what I'm saying? Because Earl was his fucking boy. That's his boy right there and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so fast forward to 2011, that's when this album came out and shit too. You know what I'm saying? So this album actually has two album covers. This is actually the OG version and stuff like that too. And then he has the other version where he has like the upside down cross
Mhm.
and everything like that too, which that's like the deluxe version of it.
Who is this? Who is this dude? Who is this? I feel like this is somebody important. Who's this white guy on the cover?
Let me find it out. I've been trying to find it out for years, believe it or
He look
not.
like the colonial motherfucker.
So this is actually the original cover of Buffalo Bill, who was like an
Okay.
American cowboy and showman and
Mhm.
stuff like that too. And so that was a picture of him when he was 19. So Tyler, the Creator, he was 19 when he dropped his project and stuff like that too.
America
So,
love fantasizing with these Western motherfuckers, yo. These Wild West niggas,
but they don't talk
Buffalo
about the black.
Bill.
They don't talk about the black cowboys. It's like the white
Right,
cowboy, like
right.
James and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But interesting, because all these years I've been trying to find that shit out. But yeah. So and it's kind of crazy because in recent years, Tyler the Creator, he don't really care for this album. He don't really
You don't
care for
like
this
this
album.
album?
He kind of felt like it was juvenile and stuff like that. He don't really care for this era like that. You know what I'm saying?
That show you how far he's come from this era to where he's at now, winning Grammys and shit, and headlining Coachella.
Exactly. Yeah, man. And we've had motherfuckers. I remember like Red Hot Chili Peppers when they dropped their very first album,
Uh,
like back in '84, years before Blood, Sex, Sugar Magic, Mother's Milk. They didn't like that album because they felt like it was
right.
the same like with Juvenile. You had the Beastie Boys too. We all know the whole story, License to Ill, which I fuck with License to
Uh,
Ill. I
I
fuck with
love it.
License, especially like the production.
Yeah.
It had that like mid '80s drug dealer beat, like you watching it. If you watch the movie Paid in Full, you'll know what
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about and stuff
Right.
like that. You know what I'm saying? Which we have to talk about that movie. That's the movie we got to talk about and
Something
shit.
good.
But
Wow. A good hood movie that we're gonna talk about.
yeah, I told you I got surprises and shit. All right, so I'm full of surprises. That's all. Let's leave it right there. All right, so this is a long ass hour. Like it's all right. So we're going to talk about the OG version, 15 tracks. So the first song of this album is called Goblin. You know what I'm saying? So nice way to kick off the project and shit like that too. Love the beat, love the beat and shit too. You know, the beat definitely has like a very horrorcore kind of feel to it. It picks up exactly where Bastard left off. He's still talking to his doctor, also ego, you know what I'm saying, Doctor TC, and everything, trying to work out his issues and shit. So yeah,
Yeah, I loved it. He's talking to his doctor. The doctor had a demonic voice that sounded like the devil, though. You know, you got Tyler saying, "Fuck that. These niggas ain't fucking with me because I don't listen to the immortal of tech of the unique and all this underground bullshit that's never gonna peak on the Billboard Top 20 and Jam of the Week." Love this flow on this. Again, this is another great song to start off the album. No intro, just went straight to it.
definitely.
And he took a shot at Immortal Technique as well.
Wait, what?
When he said, "I don't listen to the immortal of tech of the unique, Immortal Technique."
Oh wow. Yeah, a lot of people were kind of taking shots at him at that time because they felt like his music was preachy and stuff like that. I fuck with the Mortal Tick. I'm not like a diehard fan of him, but
Right.
the first two albums are my favorite and shit. What about you? You like Mortal?
Yeah, yeah, I fuck with him definitely. I think he's
Yeah.
underrated, but that's only because he stayed so underground for so many years. It's like people heard of him, but they can't really say a song that they like or album or something.
Right. All right. Good point. Good point. Now, the song that introduced me to Tyler, Yonkers. Now, I remember when I was in high school. I was a sophomore in high school, and I used to have this hipster friend and stuff like that named Josh, and we were pretty much fans of Odd Future before they were really like popular, before everybody was on their dick, pretty much. And he actually, he actually, shout out to him. He actually introduced me to MF Doom too. But that's another. I talked about that story years ago and stuff. But I saw the video for Yonkers, and I was like blown away. I said to myself, this has got to be one of the greatest music videos of all time. And he pretty much did this song making fun of New York hip hop, pretty much. That's why he called it Yonkers and stuff like that. Because the beat definitely has like a boom bap feel to it, and it's hot take. This beat sounds more New York than a lot of these motherfuckers at that time was rapping like they're from the South and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? It sounds more New York than most New York rappers were rapping on, but it's a different story for a different day. But the song also created controversy because he threw a lot of shots at a lot of pop artists and stuff like that too. Like Haley Williams from Paramore, he threw a shot at her. He threw a shot at B.O.B. He threw a shot at Mars and stuff. Mind you, at this time I was never a fan of B.O.B. I've
Right.
always thought he was whack.
He had one good album.
He had one good album. Which one was
One good
that?
album. Adventures of Bobby Ray. One good album.
I
That's
hated
the
that album. I
album that
hated it.
yeah, but that's the album that had all his hits on it. Magic and Airplanes. You know,
Oh god,
the journey did with Bruno Mars. That's his
that was
one good album.
that was another reason why I did not like hip hop from that time because this stupid Urkel looking motherfucker. And then he gonna have the audacity to say the Earth was flat,
Yeah,
going after Neil deGrasse Tyson. I was like, come on, man.
yeah.
And at this time too, I wasn't a fan of Bruno Mars at this time. This is when he was still in that poppy, nothing on you kind of shit. I hate to say it, but once he dropped 24K, that's when I was like, okay. Once he got more funkier, I hate to say it.
Mhm.
So the lines he says, what was the line? What you think of Haley? Fuck her. Wolf Haley robbing him. I'll crash that fucking airplane on that faggot nigga Bob and stab Bruno Mars in his goddamn esophagus and won't stop until the cops come in and stuff like that too. Which, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy too because they actually went back and forth and everything like that too. And I remember when Tyler won for Best New Artist, he said he still hates Bruno Mars's music and stuff like that too. You
And
know
I
what I'm
bet
saying?
he would do a collab with Bruno Mars right now.
And it's crazy. In
Mm-hmm.
2015, he apologized on Twitter and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that to Bruno. So interesting. I mean, Tyler must really don't like this era like that. Like he must really don't like this era. Like they said fuck B.O.B. I'm gonna get that Bruno money.
The B.O.B. part,
Oh,
B.O.B. had one good album to me. So
hmm. But what you think of this song?
this song was dope. I remember seeing the video when back when MTV was actually showing videos. They actually showed this.
Right.
I never felt like it sounded New York though. I didn't feel like it was a New York type of beat. It's just like yeah, it was dope. But when they say it's found in New York, I'm like he ain't even from New York. How y'all even think it's a New York beat? You know?
It's like the stereotypical what they feel like a G Funk beat is, what they feel like a New York beat. Like that whole stereotypical kind of
Right,
shit. Like when
right,
Master Ace came out with the Slaughterhouse and Sitting on Chrome,
right.
there was kind of like a West Coast influence. People want to categorize like why you an East Coast nigga doing West Coast shit like this. But Drake does music based on all cultures,
Right.
Asian music, Jamaican music, but no one
Drake, yeah, exactly. Drake does Caribbean shit, and he's not Caribbean, so
exactly,
make it make sense.
exactly. But it's like y'all wait till now to jump on him. Y'all wait till Kendrick said some shit. But okay, all right,
But we were saying this before the Kendrick
right.
beat.
Meek said this shit.
You know what I mean?
Rick Ross said this shit. Future said this. Y'all wait till Kendrick said this
Yeah,
shit. Then y'all just like, oh, you know what? Fuck Drake.
right. Kendrick got a point.
He do. He do.
Hmm. You know,
But yeah, man. Next track is called Radicals. This is another controversial song and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why it was mostly controversial. Well, let me tell you what the song pretty much is like a fuck everybody kind of deal. And it was controversial because in 2019, years after this album came out, like close to 10 years, there was this student from the University of South Alabama who was making terrorist threats, and he pretty much was like spray painting certain like lyrics and themes from this song all over his campus and shit like that too. And this was actually done like around the 8th anniversary of 9/11 too. So that's the crazy part about it. But this song was pretty straight.
Yeah, Radical was just chaotic. It was just a chaotic track, and the beat was fire. You know, I'm fucking radical, nigga. I'm fucking radical. Just the definitely fits. You know what Tyler was back then.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. Ray Sean, I know about Jessie J. You know, she had that big hit with Nicki and Ariana, Bang Bang. That's really the
Oh
only
yeah.
song from Jessie J that I know of. So
Oh, she did that song. Was it? Isn't
yeah,
she that fat white girl? Isn't that a fat white
she
girl?
not fat. She not fat. She not
Okay,
fat.
I must. Remember, I'm thinking of somebody else.
You talk about BB Rexa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of them stupid girls.
Oh
All right.
man.
Yeah, like I said, pop music. Like I said, like that time, man, I was not even listening to like a lot of current shit. I was just going back listening to like classic rock, classic R&B, getting into jazz. Man, I was just like, look, all this new music is getting on my last fucking nerves. Tyler was one of the few exceptions at that time.
Very few.
Right. Who else? Who else? What was that motherfucker's name? Rock Marciano was also an exception at that time too.
Oh yeah. Rock was killing it.
Yeah, that Marsburg album. Whew,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Now, possibly my favorite track on this album, She, featuring Frank Ocean. Man, this song right here was crazy when it came out. You know what I'm saying? This was like I'm not even gonna say it's a love song. It's like a disturbing song and stuff like that. You know, he falls for this girl, watches her sleep and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the way how Frank started off. You know, with saying golden rubbers in your denim pockets. On my waist, there's a black lock. New girl moved on the block and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
swear, Frank was rapping like that shit like that, he would have been killing that shit too,
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
my opinion. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And then this is another one of those songs where it's like they had that dee, that since that dee, 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 dee. And then Frank just comes out with one of my favorite choruses, like the blinds wide open so he can see you in the dark when you sleeping, naked body fresh out the shower, and you touch yourself after hours.
Yeah.
No man allowed
Yeah.
in your bed. You're sleeping alone in your bed. Whoo! But check
So
the
he was
window.
rapping and singing done right.
Yeah, exactly. Like he studied Nate Dogg. He studied
Yeah.
that's like y'all talk about Ty Dolla Sign.
He can't rap. He can't
Talk
sing.
about
He can't
Nate
sing.
Dogg, please,
No.
please. He killed this joint, boy.
Yeah. And there's a video for this. Even in the video, he's like, while the chick is sleeping on the bed, he's like next to her and he's like staring at her and shit.
Right.
You know, and it was a very different Frank Ocean. He was more, I don't know, he was more happier. You don't seem like that in at this point. But yeah, this has always been like one of my favorites. From a great collab with Tyler and Frank. The beat was fire. The synthesizers on it. Frank really was a star this track. He really,
Right.
so
He was. Like this one, this is a great breakthrough for him because
he
right
was
after that he came out.
rocking the kimono. He had like the kimono outfit on in the video.
Right.
He was on his kimono shit because he rocked the same shit in I think it was like in the Swim Good video
Yep.
or the Nova King video. It was one of those videos he was rocking that shit.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah.
All right. Next track, Transylvania. Um, this is actually produced by Left Brain. You know what I'm saying? This is actually the only beat from this album that was produced by somebody other than Tyler the Creator, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay. So Tyler's comparing himself to Dracula and everything like that too, as a vampire, how he loves stuff sucking on the blood and everything like that too. So y'all know that ODO, so it's pretty straight.
We've heard songs like this before.
Yeah.
You rest in peace, Chino XL. He had a song like this on his,
Oh
you know,
man.
Here to Save You All and Dracula's Wedding, Andre and Khalees from Love Below. That was another great one.
I forgot about that one too.
Yeah, this is dope. I like the beat for this. Yeah. Mm.
Next track, Nightmare. Um, Another very dope track. He's pretty much just talking about um how fame is not always what's cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying? How you have to be yourself and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory. We've heard tracks like this before, so yeah,
Yeah, there's another dope beat. Pianos on it, piano chords on it was fire.
definitely. All right, next track is called Tron Cat. Excuse me. This was the first leaked track from this album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy too because the track on the album is not the leaked version from what I looked up and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? And because he pretty much got Napster. Let's just keep it above,
Right,
or at this case, LimeWire, because LimeWire
LimeWire.
was
Yeah,
popular at that time. So he had to actually redo this shit. Uh, yeah, man. So yeah, you know how that shit goes. But other than that, it's like another one of those songs where he's pretty much just having them inner voices and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the line where he says, "I want to be the reasons why all lesbians hate dick. I make this damn Bullwinkle the red moose. Rocky and Bullwinkle. Game of duck tape with the red dead goose. She's running around this motherfucking dungeon, her legs loose. You know what I'm saying? I love that rhyming scheme he was rocking and shit too. So that was pretty straight.
this was dope. Had like a real quirky melody to it, and the beat was fire.
Yes, definitely. All right, next track number 8, Her. Um, this is like the continuation, in my opinion, to She. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So he's pretty much excited that this girl texts him back, and he's actually showing love and affection for this girl instead of like wanting to like use her for sex and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a sweet song in a Tyler sense. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a sweet song in Tyler sense.
the beat was like a real sparse beat. You had like the piano chords on it. You had Tyler saying, things are looking great. Cut copy. Last time we talked, you said her relationship was rocky. Now that Mr. Fag is gone, there's no one that can stop me from bagging her. I got these tickets to the Roxy. I like that. Again, it was in Tyler's terms, it was a love song. Because he got the text from the chick and he was all happy to go out with her. It was dope.
Mm. Right. Track number 10, we got Sandwiches featuring Haji Beats. One of my favorite songs off this album, in my opinion, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Pretty dope. Haji and Tyler, man. What else can you say? You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Haji coming up with them fucking lines. My baby daddy shoot bricks, the nigga also shoot rounds. Cause if I shoot blanks, hoop stinks. That I'm right back in a dead yummy and a mildew stink. Come, this nigga Haji was a problem, man. Like, god
killing it,
damn.
killing it.
Yeah, definitely killed that.
Yeah, beat was dope. Haji killed it. He said, "Fuck church. They singing and shit ain't even worth it." In the choir, whores and liars, scumbags in the dirt, bitch. He told me that God was the answer. When I ask him, shit, I get no answer. So God is the cancer. Woo, fire.
Fire.
Definitely underrated. But I haven't heard shit from Haji in a long time.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither, boy.
You gotta get back on it, man. It's wasted potential right there.
Yeah, a lot. Casey Veggies, Haji,
Yeah, KC
anything like
too.
that.
K spent a minute for K. I used to listen to Casey back in the 2000s when he was dropping his mixtapes and stuff.
Yep. Facts. All right. Track number 10 is Fish. You know what I'm saying? Self-explanatory. We all know what he means by fish and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope track. You know what I'm saying? Just typical Tyler with the sexual and metaphors and everything.
And there's like a second track. There's like a second beat on there. It's called Boppin' Bitch.
Yep,
You know, it was okay. I feel like the two songs were like all over the place though.
I agree.
You know, the Fish song is like the beat was more like they had like a warp sound to it, and then Boppin' Bitch was like more faster. It had like a faster pace sound to it.
Definitely, yeah. I definitely see what you're saying. It was all over the place.
Yeah.
All right, next track is Analog. Analog, very dark track right here. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very dark track. Um, he claimed that he got this idea on after looking up some shit on his Twitter and some shit like that too, and he just made it into a fucking song. Yeah, this one was pretty cool song. I mean, not one of my favorites, but it's not
Yeah, the beat was dope. Definitely, I like the beat. You had like some real spacey sounds on the song.
definitely. All right, next song is called "Bitch Suck Dick." You know, you know what I'm saying. This features Jasper and Taco and stuff like that too. So that's the other single off this album. I mean, this one was okay. It wasn't really one of my favorites. It was okay.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Didn't care for it.
Next song is called "Window," featuring Domo Genesis, Frank Ocean, Haji Beats, and Mike G. Um, so yeah, so pretty much, another one of those all feature posse cuts and everything like that. Haji definitely did his thing. Tyler did. They all did a thing, but
Yeah.
Haji and Tyler just creme de la creme with the song.
I like the posse cut. I feel like Earl should have been on there. You know, he was missing. I don't like Frank Ocean's verse though. I think his rapping on She was better than on here.
Damn.
You know, I mean Frank must have really thought he was like a rapper. He's on a posse cut. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't never heard on a posse cut before, but I didn't care for his verse on here. I just thought his verse was weak on this posse cut.
Respect, respect.
And Tyler's saying, "How can I wake up on the wrong side of the bed when I don't even fucking have one?"
All right. Next song we got is AU 79. You know what I'm saying? Which that's pretty much all my chemistry heads. That's like the symbol for gold on the periodic table. It's like an instrumental track, very lush, very like like very angelic kind of track. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
this one was pretty straight. I like this beat.
Yeah, the beat was fire. This for instrumental. This was dope.
Definitely. All right, and the last track on this album is Golden. It's just a continuation and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, this one right here was another dope track. Nice way to end off this album. You know, I forgot to say, but he was saying Free Earl on a lot when it came to this album and stuff like that too. He pretty much was saying, "You guys mad because y'all don't get another album. I'm mad because I don't have my friend with me and shit." That was like a deep ass line and
Right.
everything. So this is probably like one of the more vulnerable tracks on this album. So I like this one.
He likes a lot of gold. You know,
Yep.
he had a instrumental in the periodical sound for gold. He's on this joint called Golden. He was on Channel Orange bonus track, Golden Girl. He was on that joint.
Yep.
Um, yeah, this joint was fire. I like the beat for this. You know, he's talking to the doctor again, and you know, that explains why Earl wasn't on here. He was at boarding school already,
Yep.
so that explains why. Yeah, I wanted Earl on the posse cut, but that explains why. So, yeah, this is fire.
Yeah. Definitely fire track. Overall, this is a very good album in my opinion. Um, Nice way to start off a debut album and everything. Is it a classic? I would not really call it a classic. I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like it's like a near classic. 'Cause I feel like towards the last couple of tracks, it does kind of get a bit repetitive. There's some filler, which I hate to say it, but I feel like because the stronger tracks are definitely in the early to mid. But then the later track was not like bad because it was still some fire, but it was just like
Right.
the concepts was like repetitive and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I can kind of see why Tyler said, this was he didn't really like going back to this because he don't even perform like a lot of those earlier tracks live like that too.
Right.
I think he'll start off with like the Wolf. He'll perform like a few early tracks, but then he'll mostly just start off with like the Wolf album on and onward and shoot.
Yeah, like at Coachella, like he did a lot of stuff from like Flower Boy and from Call Me if you get lost. That
Yeah,
joint. What's the other joint? The pink album cover.
Igor.
Igor. He did shit from Igor. He don't really go back to like this era of you know out of future like that. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time since I've heard him do like anything from like Wolf or like the other shit. The Cherry Bomb and you know, I just think he's in a different headspace now. You know what I'm saying? And he's much more popular now than he ever was. So I think that has something to do with it. But this was a great mixtape album. You know, the production was dope. The songs, the rhymes, love the features on here. And we had joints like She and the title track, Tron Cat, Sandwiches, Analog. The bonus cuts. We need to talk about the bonus cuts.
Oh yeah,
We had Burger.
yeah, Burger. I heard Burger and stuff like that. That was pretty straight.
That was dope. That's my favorite of the bonus tracks because that was Haji was on the chorus. It was him and Haji, and beat for that was fire. You had Tyler saying "Life's a bitch, fuck college, mommy. I am ditching class." That's like one of the lines he said on Burger. The Untitled 63 was like an instrumental. I didn't really care for it though. It was okay.
Facts.
And then you had Steak Sauce. That was another dope track. The beat was fire. The synthesizers on it. So I'm giving this I'm gonna give this 4 mics. Um, I think Bastard and Goblin are like early Tyler, like his best shit. You know what I'm saying? And then we get to like Wolf and Flower Boy and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it 4 mics too.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna end this off right here because I gotta get some rest for work, which I'm not gonna get that much rest at this point. But yeah, this was a dope ass fucking review and everything like that too. I know I'm gonna come back this Sunday. We're gonna do the Force and D's Chillin' album from '85 and stuff. So y'all be on the lookout for that. I get my schedule either tonight or tomorrow, so I'll let you know what time I want to do with that shit. But Andy, you want to say before we head out?
Look out for me on Top 5 Vinyl, their platform that's coming up soon. I did like a whole top 5, some of my favorite vinyls all time. Um, I think September 1st. I want to say September 1st. The R&B reps, shout out to them. Finally, they're gonna show my episode when we did the Mac Wilds New Yorker love story
Oh wow.
album review. It's been months. 'Cause I recorded that back in like April, like March, April with them.
Yeah, you
So
told me about that.
they're just now getting around to uploading this. I want to say they hit me up. I want to say September 1st they said for that. By that time I'll probably record like 10 other videos with them. But yeah, look out for that. I definitely got some comic book unboxings coming up. I got to get a hold of my other homie Jay Harrison Heroes. Follow his channel on YouTube. He's a comic book head, and we've been planning this shit for, it seemed like, for months, just trying to get him and my schedule to line up at the same time. But definitely gonna do some comic book stuff and talk about what's going on in the MCU and DC, and you know definitely got that coming. There's a lot of other shit I got coming, but those are like the ones coming down the pike real soon.
Yeah, I definitely can't wait to watch that shit.
Yeah,
All right. So hope y'all have a good night. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Hope y'all have a good weekend. Peace.
peace.